Do you have a company or organization that produces goods or manufactures merchandise? Do you know the cost of each item to the last cent? Do you have a standard method of production or a recipe for each item? These are necessary to enable you to profitably price each item in the marketplace. To answer these and a lot of similar questions, let us look at Sage 300 manufacturing. In this video, we're going to demonstrate the setup of a simple bill of material using the Sage 300 sample data. The first area we need to look at is in inventory control. In order to check that the items that we plan to manufacture as well as the raw materials are set up in inventory control. We plan to manufacture item FG006 and we verify that this and the sample manufacturing item is there. There is nothing unusual about this setup. We have to ensure that these are all flagged as sellable stock items, as we intend to draw the raw materials from stock and return the completed product to the finished goods store. Turning to the manufacturing setup, we open the bills of material screen. At the top is a series of selection boxes or little icons. These apply to the bills of material already established. You can use this to look for any existing bill of material, selecting Next, Previous, First and Last. We'll call up FG006. This bill has already been set up. You will see that this relates to the finished item that we are going to produce. On this bill of material screen, at the top is the finished product item number that we are going to produce, as well as the BOM number. Why do we have a separate BOM number? The reason being that you may have different methods of producing this item. This could be by using different tooling methods, different machines, different processes, or even different production lines. Each method will result in a different end cost, and to correctly track average cost or standard with variances, it is necessary to record the correct cost of each method of manufacture. This is done by using different BOM numbers for the same end product. Revision number. As you are using a specific bill of material, certain aspects may become outdated. Machines may be replaced with a different cost to the product. Material content may change, or the time spent on a specific operation may be increased or decreased following newer research. We can revise the bill of material. It will now be revision 2, still under development, and will only replace revision 1 after checking and approval. Prior to approval, it is locked for the purposes of manufacture. Turning to the other fields on the bill of material header screen, firstly, the bill of material is an assembled bill of material, not a phantom BOM. Phantoms will be dealt with in a separate video. The bill of material status is under development. This locks the bill of material until such time as it is approved. You cannot use the bill of material until after it has become approved. This permits the implementation of an approval process within the organization. It has a date range during which the bill of material may be active, thus permitting the creation of a temporary BOM or where you receive a special price of one component over a limited time. The standard batch size is the quantity used and costed for the bill of material. For some products you may be producing 100 liters or 1,000 of a small item. The cost table will be completed when we have added the relevant materials and operations to manufacture this product. Two other elements are displayed here. Firstly, it is the default bill of material for the manufacture of goods FG006. Also, it is not a subcontracted bill of material. Turning to the operations, there are 3 operations, being preparation, assembly and packing. These are performed in 3 different work centers with varying overhead and labor costs. Highlighting the first row, Operation 100 Preparation, this is performed in work center WC00. This involves 15 minutes of labor per item at a total cost of $180. Operation 200 assembly requires 2.5 minutes of setup and 10 minutes of runtime at a direct labour and overhead cost of $137, together with setup time. Operation 400 in Work Center 02 requires a small amount of setup time as well as some direct labour cost and factory overhead cost. These are all added to the total. The Components tab allows for the recording of the components used in the manufacturing process. The first item, RM006, is used in Operation 100. This is a direct item, not a packaging item, with a variable cost, i.e. its use is in proportion to the production. A quantity of 50 from location 1 with a 5% scrap. The comments field may be used to relay instructions to the production, as it can be printed on the manufacturing order and other documents. Materials can be drawn from different locations, example raw material store or bulk storage, etc. RM007 is entered in exactly the same manner with the appropriate quantities. Packing material PM004 is also entered, but under Operation 400 and is flagged as type packaging. Now clicking on the button Post Cost updates the cost table on the General tab to show the material cost as well as packing, labour and overheads. All that remains is to explode the bill of material, showing the individual items, and also the bill of manufacturing, which displays the routing and the individual items thereunder. This is great, especially when you have a long, complicated bill of material. Thank you very much for watching. For further information, you can contact us via www.ACSTRA.com.